Aberdeen High School, your host for this year's UCBAC tournament, and it's pretty much a wide open field. Only 2 defending champs on the mat. Well, Falston picks up the first win of the night. At 106, junior Devin Hyman, who also wrestled at 113 this year, pins Mike Maas from Patterson Mill. Also for the Cougars, senior Gabe Wagner at 195 in what was, on paper anyway, the biggest upset of the night. Wagner, the 6th seed, taking on top seed C.J. Allen from Aberdeen. A state qualifier last year, Wagner started the season late this year due to an injury, but he gets the fall, and it's a 6, knocking off a 1.
I just wrestled with everything I had. Didn't worry about seats, just worried how I wrestled.
What was your strategy coming into the match?
Just wrestle what I know. Don't do anything crazy or stupid. Know that all these guys like to throw.
From Patterson Mill, 3 Huskies earned conference titles, starting with junior Colin McDonald. Last year, the runner-up at 113. This year, the champ at 120, with a 13-0 major decision over Tyler Ham from Bel Air. Next up for Patterson Mill, the defending champ at 126, Jake Nikkila. The senior has made the finals all 4 years, and he now has 147 career wins. That's a new Harford County Public School record. Here, he's taking on Aberdeen's Dylan Morris, as Nikkila gets the takedown in the first, and that would turn out to be the only 2 points of the match. 2-0 the final, as Nikkila wins his 2nd straight UCBAC title. Finally for the Huskies, at 220, senior Joe King, the runner-up last year at 195, wins 6-2 over Bo Manor's Cody Dermeyer. Ryan Ariston Patterson Mill end up finishing 2nd in the team standings. At 138, a good battle between Edgewood's Ariq Nixon, the 3rd seed, and Bel Air's Liam Bowers, the 5 seed. Up by 1 after an escape in the 3rd, Nixon gets the fall with just 9 seconds left, the sophomore winning his first UCBAC title in dramatic fashion.
Ariq wrestled aggressive the whole time. He's a sophomore. It's his first time being in the UCBAC. It's his first time winning. I think it's the first time that Edgewood's had a sophomore win the UCBAC since we've created the UCBAC. It's his 2nd year wrestling, so he's probably the hardest working kid on the team, at least probably in the top anyway. Start of the match, things were kind of going back and forth with the Bel Air kid. They were both really aggressive, a lot of hip tosses. But I think that in the end, I mean, it was Ariq just did what he had to do to win. He put him on his back and he pinned him.
Harford Tech also picks up a win. Junior Andrey Kalwa at 145. Only 1 loss coming in, only 1 loss going out. Kalwa with an 8-4 decision over Bo Manor's Matt Sciamanna. A pair of Hawks made it to the top of the podium, who's back-to-back champs for North Harford. First, at 170, senior Angelo Koulatsos with a 7-3 decision over Sam Queen from Bel Air. Up next, at 182, top seed Wyatt Graham, a freshman from C. Milton, and senior Greg Fiackos for North Harford. These 2 met just a week earlier, Graham winning that one 3-0, but not tonight. It's payback time for Fiackos as he gets the fall and the title.
So we stood up and he got 1 point. We were wrestling neutral for a little bit. And then I got him to his knees and had sort of like a lateral drop to a headlock, and then was just able to hold him down for a little bit.
Were you surprised? He looked surprised.
I was very surprised, actually. I couldn't believe it after it happened.
Last but not least, Craig Reddish and the defending champs from Bel Air. The Bobcats in 8 of the 14 finals, and they go home with 5 individual titles. Leading off for Bel Air, senior David Reagan at 113. He's got over 100 wins in his career and picks up another one here. A 16-4 major decision over Alex Lloyd from Havre de Grace. A winner number 2 for the Bobcats comes at 132. Senior Brady Stafford trailing Harford Tech's Johnny Lechert in the 2nd, but Stafford gets the reverse, puts him in a headlock, and finishes it off with the pin. At 152, it's another comeback for Bel Air. 2-time champ Cameron Watts, battling Eugene Zacerous from Perryville. Watts is in trouble, down 4-3, 10 seconds to go, but he gets the 2-point takedown as the senior takes home his 3rd straight UCBAC title. In the next bout, at 160 for the Bobcats, a sophomore, John Carroll transfer Scott Miser. He holds off Jake Sweigart from Havre de Grace, an 11-9 decision. Miser the champ at 160. Finally, for the heavyweights, junior Dakota Crawford works a 2-1 decision over Caleb Warner from Harford Tech. So, in the team standings, it's back-to-back titles for Bel Air.
I think that we had a couple of guys come through and won, but we got 8 finals, and that shows our depth. And we brought 13 wrestlers, and out of those 13 wrestlers, 12 placed in the top 5. So that's where you score all your points. Cameron Watts won his 3rd title, so if this is probably his toughest of the 3. He won it right at the end. But a couple of these guys won for the first time in high school, won their first tournament, and that's a big deal. But to win any tournament, it's not just your guys that are. It's guys that are. My kids that I had a kid, unseeded guy, get 4th place, and that's a big deal. And I had a freshman who was 5th seed, and he knocked off a 1st seeded guy to get to the finals. And those are always things that you don't expect and you're hoping for. But it leads to some success in the future.